Financial stress isn't just about money. It's a leading cause of illness. It's the reason you can't sleep at night, the knot in your stomach when bills pile up, and the constant worry that steals your peace of mind. And it doesn't stop there. Financial stress can lead to heart disease, anxiety, and even limits your ability to take care of yourself through healthy food and exercise. In this video, we are going to explore the powerful link between financial stress and your health, which is something that I believe just does not get talked about nearly enough. Then in the second part of the video, I'm going to share a simple 3-step plan to help you to reduce financial stress and regain control of your money and improve your overall wellness. Let's dive in. So did you know that financial stress is one of the top causes of chronic stress? According to the American Psychological Association, money has consistently been cited as the #1 stressor for over a decade. And stress isn't just a feeling, it's a physiological response that can lead to real health problems. Chronic stress weakens your immune system and increases your risk of heart disease and affects your mental health. And when you're worried about money, you're more likely to skip exercise and opt for cheap, unhealthy food and avoid doctor's appointments because they feel too expensive. It's a really vicious cycle. Early in my career, when I was a medical resident, I was drowning in student debt, and I also, unfortunately, had a bit of a problem with credit cards. I was working 100-hour weeks, not making nearly enough money and spending much more than I earned, and constantly worrying about whether I was going to be able to make ends meet. I barely had time to cook, so I lived off of fast food and coffee. Exercise felt like a luxury that I couldn't afford. And the stress, it started showing up as migraines and heartburn and sleepless nights. It wasn't just about the money, it was about my health and my quality of life. And I wasn't alone. As a family doctor, once I had finished my residency and started practicing, I saw this over and over again in my patients. A young father who couldn't afford his blood pressure medication because he was putting every extra dollar toward his rent. A middle-aged woman working 2 jobs just to stay afloat, so exhausted she never had the time or energy to exercise. And a single mother whose stress about debt led to anxiety so severe that she couldn't sleep. And when you don't sleep, of course, everything else falls apart. The connection between finances and health isn't hypothetical. It's real, and I saw it play out in real lives every single day. Most of the time when people talk about improving your finances, especially here on YouTube, it's about money for money's sake. But I have a different take on it. I believe that money is important, not for its own sake, but because when you have the money that you need, you're able to take better care of yourself and reduce stress and protect your health. I'm not the only one with this opinion. Aristotle wrote that wealth is evidently not the good we are seeking, for it is merely useful and for the sake of something else. In other words, wealth is meant to help us live well, not cause suffering. But when financial stress takes over, it becomes a barrier to living well. This is why I believe in a concept called financial wellness. Financial wellness isn't about having millions of dollars in the bank. It's about creating a life where your money supports your health and your goals and your peace of mind. It's about reducing financial stress so that you have the time, the energy, and the resources to take care of yourself and live a life you love. And the good news is that financial wellness is achievable no matter where you're starting from. So now that we have explored why financial stress matters so much, let's talk about how to fix it. I'm going to share a simple 3-step plan to help you to get clarity on your finances and reduce stress and start building more security and freedom into your life. The first step is clarity. If you have ever felt like you are living paycheck to paycheck or wondering where all your money went at the end of the month, you're not alone. I've been there too. It's impossible to feel in control of your finances until you know exactly where your money is going. So here's what you do. Spend 1 week tracking every expense, no matter how small. Now, it might feel uncomfortable at first, like stepping on the scale right after the holidays, but awareness is the first step to change. change. I remember the first time that I did this, I thought that I was just going out for dinner, here and there. But when I added it up, I was spending hundreds a month on dining out. That's money that I could have used for a much better purpose, like building up an emergency fund, for example. Seeing that number on paper was a real wake-up call. So here's how you can track your expenses. Use a simple notebook and pen, or try one of the many apps that can help you to do this. Break your expenses into categories like food, housing, debt payments, entertainment, and so on. At the end of the week, look for patterns. Ask yourself, what can I cut back on? What's essential? Where is money slipping through the cracks? This process isn't about judging yourself or beating yourself up. It's about understanding where you are so that you can make empowered choices moving forward. Once you have clarity, the next step is to reduce the financial stress that is keeping you up at night. And trust me, I know how overwhelming this can feel. I know people who are carrying thousands of dollars of consumer debt and they have absolutely no idea where to start. But here's the key. Small, consistent actions make a big difference over time. Start with an emergency fund. The first thing you need is a safety net, an emergency fund. Start small. Even $500 can protect you from going deeper into debt when life throws you a curveball. From there, start to tackle your debt strategically. If you're carrying credit card debt, prioritize paying off the card with the highest interest first. It's called the avalanche method, and it saves you the most money over time. Next, automate for peace of mind. Set up automatic payments for your bills and your savings. When I did this for the first time, I felt like I could breathe easier knowing that I wasn't forgetting bills or missing deadlines. I have a good friend who was juggling 4 credit cards, always paying late fees and living paycheck to paycheck. She started by automating her minimum payments and using any extra cash to pay off the card with the highest interest. Over time, she paid off her smallest card, and that win gave her the motivation to keep going. Okay, the final step is about creating security and freedom by building multiple streams of income. Relying on just one paycheck can leave you vulnerable, but having even one small additional income stream can give you some breathing room. So here are some ideas. For one thing, you can leverage your skills. Think about something that you're good at, writing, design, tutoring, or consulting, and turn it into freelance work. You can also explore side hustles. Sell a product, offer services, or start a small online shop. It's also a really smart idea to think about building passive income. Create an ebook, start a blog, or build an online course. These take time up front, but then they can earn money while you sleep. For me personally, this was the biggest game changer for me over the long run. Yes, cutting my expenses and getting my credit card habits under control was definitely important, and nothing would have worked if I hadn't sorted that out first. But things really started to improve once I began to work on establishing new streams of revenue for myself. I definitely started small with this. The first side money that I made was from writing and blogging, and although it wasn't a lot of money, it was something. It paid for some groceries and it gave me a sense of control. Over time, I grew that small stream of income into something bigger. Multiple streams of income aren't just about security, they are about freedom. They give you options and they help you to move toward financial independence. I know that taking control of this can feel overwhelming, especially when you're just starting out. And that's why I've created something to make it easier for you, my free cheat sheet. 50 ways to build multiple streams of income. Whether you want to earn just a little extra cash on the side and pay off some debt faster, or create the freedom to live life on your own terms, this checklist is packed with practical, actionable ideas that you can start using today. You'll find simple strategies for freelancing, digital products, side hustles, passive income, and more, so that you can start to build financial security and reduce stress. Go ahead and click the link in the description below to download your cheat sheet for free. So the bottom line of all of this is that when you take control of your finances, you're not just improving your bank account, you're creating mental space and reducing stress and setting yourself up for better health and more opportunities. When I started gaining control over my money, everything else started to fall into place. I slept better, I had time to exercise, my health improved, and I felt a sense of freedom that I hadn't experienced in years. Financial stress doesn't have to control your life. By getting clear on your finances and creating a plan, you can break the cycle and start building a future that you're excited about. Now it's your turn. Start by tracking your expenses this week and share one surprising thing that you discovered in the comments below. There's a lot more to say on this topic of financial wellness and the connection between money and health. And so if this is a topic that you would be interested in hearing me talk more about, then let me know in the comments and I will create some more videos around the topics of money and finances. And if you enjoyed this video, I think that you are going to enjoy the one that I am going to link on the next screen about how to change your life by letting go of what no longer serves you. I will see you there. Okay, let me just get this mic set up here. Okay, and it's working. Is it? Trying to avoid touching my hair. I also want to say that there is a lot more no. What am I trying to say? Hey, Ken, I just finished and I was just about to send you a message.